Welcome back to the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm your host Richard, and here at Coding Fanatic, I teach new Android developers how to grow quickly. If that sounds like content that you are interested in, join the mailing list over at codingfanatic.com. Playing with Kotlin is a series where I go over my experience learning the Kotlin programming language, and I give you guys some game on things that you can look for and avoid on your journey to learning Android development. As of late, I haven't covered too much of the language itself, but that's because I've been getting this daily inspiration app published. So for those of you who are uninitiated, I have an app that's called Daily Inspiration. It displays a list of quotes to a user based on the day of the week. So every day of the week, you get a different inspirational quote. Really fun idea. Thought I would make it into an app and get it published. The app is done, but I've hit some roadblocks in the publishing process. Last week I talked about that a little bit, but just to give you guys an update, I got an email from Firebase about my security rules. Apparently there's some type of, they're gonna change or block access to it because it's set to test mode, so I'm still figuring out exactly what that means. I don't really use Firebase all too often. The last time I used it was for the Salesman's Travel app, and actually most recently I used it for another project, but that was the Cloud Firestore, not the real-time database. Still Firebase, but a different component of Firebase, and the person on my team, or the people on my team, we haven't run into this issue. So I'm still trying to get that figured out, but I'll get that taken care of. I'm pretty sure it's because when you first create a Firebase project, the database is set to, you can do it in test mode so that you can read and write to it at will, just like for getting everything set up. But after a while, Firebase warns you like, hey, this is not safe, and if you don't change it, then we're gonna cut it off completely until you update it to the right security settings. In other news, I learned how to update the version code of an app for when you're creating an app bundle. I spent like a good hour yesterday just re-uploading the same bundle over and over and over. For part of the requirements, you have to show a screenshot of your app on a 10-inch screen and a 7-inch screen. Well, I don't own devices in that form factor, and I don't have virtual devices that way either, and I didn't have to do it for my last app. So I was trying to find a way around it, and I saw a whole bunch of different posts on ways you can update your Android manifest to make sure that your app only is listed on a Play Store when searching on a phone or a device that has a suitable phone screen form factor. So screen form factor. So let's say it's made for mobile devices, right? For smartphones only. So if you're on a tablet, you can't install the app because it will tell you that it's not optimized for your device. So I was digging around trying to figure out how to set that up in Android Manifest, copying and pasting code, regenerating the bundle, and re-uploading it to the Play Store. And every time I would do it, it'd say, hey, this version code, it matches a version of your app that's already here. So I had to go into the manifest, update the version, or into the Gradle file, update the version code, rebuild the bundle, upload it again. And I did that like 1,000,001 times. So it's pretty easy. You just go to your build.gradle file and you scroll to the section that says to update or that shows version code. Just increment it by one. You can really put any number there you want. You just can't reuse a version that was there prior. Pretty sure you can probably use a double for that. Not sure. That might save time. So instead of going 1, 2, and so on, you can do like 1.01, 1.02. You get the drift. So yeah, that's something that I covered, that I came across, and I thought it'd be helpful for you guys just to know where I'm at. So number one, security rules for your database. You have to make sure that you update that whenever you set up a real-time database or use Firebase for anything. I'm not entirely sure how to do that just yet, but once I figure it out, then I'll let you guys know. And number two is whenever you're uploading a new bundle of your app, you want to make sure that you change the version number or version code so that it doesn't conflict with the Play Store. The last thing is when you're uploading a bundle, you have to have a screenshot of your device, of your app running on a 10-inch and a 7-inch device. I could create a virtual device and take screenshots that way. I think that's what I'm going to go with, just because, I mean, tried so many different solutions, copying and pasting over and over, and nothing's working. So you got me, Play Store. You got me good. I'm gonna just make a device, take the screenshot, then delete the device, or just keep them. How about that? So here's a new piece of advice. If you have virtual devices on your machine, great. If you intend to publish your APK, even better. Just make sure that you have a 7-inch and a 10-inch virtual device ready so you can take screenshots in that resolution so you can upload it to the Google Play Store when you're trying to get your app published, because they will not let you, as far as I know, you just cannot publish your app without screenshots on devices of those form factors. I don't know why it doesn't work, it just doesn't. When I did Salesman's Travel, this was not an issue, but for some reason now, this is what the Play Store is asking for. So it's tough, but once I get those screenshots, then I should be good to go. The last thing, again, is selecting testers for my app. I added an email address in the Google Play console, but when I opened the link via that email, it said that there was like an error or something like that. I don't know why it wouldn't give me access to test the app, but I don't know. The Play Store has gotten kind of weird as of late, but I'm not giving up on this thing. I'm gonna figure out, if I have to jump through 15 hoops, I'm gonna figure out how to get this app published. I'm gonna take notes on it, and I'm gonna let you guys know how to do it, because this isn't just for me, but for the other people who are working to become an Android developer. And again, if you're an indie developer like me, then you don't have a huge corporation to do all this stuff for you, So I'm figuring it out, and once I get things down, I'm going to share it with you guys. And also, I'm pretty good at this Android development thing. I want people to see my apps, god damn it. So yeah, best believe I'm going to get that thing up there, and I'll update you guys along the way. Hopefully the next video will be me saying, hey, I got it up there. Well, I really hope so. But yeah, all that being said, thank you all again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But join the mailing list over at codingfanatic.com. I've got some good stuff coming out every other week. I put out a newsletter that contains just some tips on things that I learned during work on my projects during that week, whether it's personal projects or like app development stuff too, like just generally good advice for ways that you can handle trying to find out good balance between your personal projects, your work projects, your life and family, all that other good stuff like that. Things that I wish that I could send to myself like 10 years ago when I was a lot younger, but that is how it is. But anywho, that's why I do these things, so that I can take what I learned and pass it on to you. So yeah, all that being said, again, I'm your host, Richard, signing out. Thank you all again for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.